Hey you guys, this is Elia coming to you from the test server, and I'm going to be going over some of the new features in patch 5.8, and so I'm taking a little bit of a break from trying to catch up on my other content from the normal servers and update you guys on what's going on here on the test servers so that you can be prepared for when this patch comes out. I think patch 5.8 should be out sometime toward the end of June. That's usually how they line things up with the test server and the full release. And so Cosmos has a lot of great content out on the blog already, so definitely check out wartune.dollygames.com, and we have lots of blog posts there about it, and we'll be getting more content out soon. I'm going to do one little video per each of the blog posts that Cosmos does. And so the first feature we're going to check out here, it says the little dock icon. So I'm in my homestead at the moment, and so if we go there, we get the Adventurous Voyage. So this is a new feature. I was hoping that it would consume a lot more soul crystals for all sorts of goodies. So there is, it definitely limits you a bit. I was expecting more, but that's okay. Just from the previews that Cosmos had been hinting at and the information that we had initially, I thought it might be a little bit more generous, but you do have to sort of wait things out, so there are some timers involved. But basically, you can trade various items for these things called, so I'm still new to this, so let's look it up. So here it says use B-Souls X5 in order to exchange for 20 nautical coins. And so this is not a very good decision for me to do on the test server, because I still need B-Souls. If I were on the normal servers, I have more B-Souls than I know what to do with, so that would be great for me. But actually, I'm going, I can't even, well, okay, it looks like I might have 5 B-Souls. Is that why there's a 5 there? Oh, I have 185 B-Souls, so I still don't want to use that. But so here I have the option to accept, reject, or refresh. And so I was testing this out a little bit before, and the refresh is pretty strange. I didn't understand what the difference between refresh and reject was. I thought that maybe reject is just you reject it and then it sets up a timer. So like this one, I rejected the deal and it put a 20-minute timer on me in order to get a new deal. So everything's cleared out of here. And then refresh, I thought it would be like, oh, you pay Balin so you don't have to see the cooldown. But when I refreshed here, it actually forced me into a different deal for the same type of item. So the refresh here actually just gives me a different quality quest or deal, I guess is the terminology they're using. And so it switched from being 5 B-Souls to 15 B-Souls for 60 nautical coins. So the quality of this deal will go up if you well, it won't necessarily go up, but it will change in quality. So here it changed to an uncommon version, and of course if you're on if you're actually spending your own Balins, you would not want to do this, but I'm doing it on the test server because I have Balins and bound Balins in general, and just to show you guys that this is what happens when you refresh. So if you go into one of these deals and you're like, oh, I don't want to give up that item, most people aren't going to be wanting to give up B-Souls, then you definitely don't want to use the refresh. You want to just go ahead and reject it. And so I'm going to reject this deal, and I have to wait out 20 minutes to get a new deal. And so this is a voyage that I accepted. It was for 2 level 5 HP gems for 20 nautical coins. And so, it's not like I have a crazy number of gems on this server, but it's something that I was willing to give up. And on the normal servers, that's also something I'd be willing to give up. Other things that I've seen, I saw one for dragon essences yesterday. Dragon essences, definitely something I'm willing to give up for some of these nautical coins. And this one that I rejected, I forget what it was. I think it was like some self-equipment enchanting stuff, which I can't really give up at the moment. I couldn't do that on the normal servers either. So basically, you have to reject until you get you know, an item that you're willing to give up. If there's really nothing that you're willing to give up, you're just starting out on the game, this is not something that you want to do. And then, so here's the dock area with all of your ships, and so here I have 2 ships. You start out just with one level 1 ship, and then you can go ahead and activate each one for 2,000 Balins. So I'm just gonna go ahead, this is a test server, so I'm just sort of nonchalantly buying things, but anyway, so each one of these, it doesn't increase in price. All of them are 2,000 Balins. You can use bound Balins, and so you can collect up these ships. So I think, depending on the ship's quality, decreases, the sailing time decreases. So at level 1, you have to wait 20 minutes, or no, I think it was 30 minutes for, hold on, voyage. Oh, I think this might have been like an hour or something. It might depend on the quality of the deal. You might have to wait a little bit longer, but even so, it's only an hour, so the cooldowns on this thing are not that bad, and each time that you sail out, it costs 20 energy, so you can only do this 5 times a day anyway. So anyway, here, this one's sailing, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and upgrade this guy. So it's 40 nautical coins. Let me just check the shop. Nautical coins are what you're trading for all these items and stuff. So then we have a shop here. You get, I suspect it's maybe 1 free reset a day. I'll do that reset. One thing that I would probably go for here are these wraith stones. Everything else is not super interesting to me. Yeah, so you get a reset every 4 hours, and so 1 free reset every 4 hours, so it's similar to the mystery shop and stuff, or the wild shop and things like that. And so we have wraith stones. I'm seeing a lot of forge materials and things. I was really hoping, the thing I wanted the most out of this shop was actually tenacity marks. I'm really hoping that if you refresh in here enough that we'll see them, but just from what I've seen out of this shop so far, it's not super promising. So I just spend a few Balins to see what we have here. So res reduction for the kids. I see a little bit of henna. Not great stuff there. I mean, who want 900 of these coins for 30 henna? That seems like a terrible deal. 600 for 20 gifts of God. So that just seems crazy that you can pay 600 of these for 20 gifts of God, and then 900 for 30 henna. So the prices are definitely a little bit strange here. 450 for 30 wraith stones seems okay. But it looks like some of the prices are better than others. So here it's 1,050 of these nautical coins for 20 of the compliments of God. So I definitely want to be patient and look for good deals here, because the prices can really vary on you. And so a lot of wraith stones, some mount hooves and things. Alright, so that seems to be the extent of it. So we're seeing a lot of forge stuff, a lot of kid gear things, a lot of things for the U-demons, some henna, wraith stones, and things like that. I was really hoping to see tenacity marks and fate related things, but that just doesn't seem to be the case, but that's okay. So we saw all of that stuff. I'm going to pause the recording until these guys are done, so in about 15 minutes, and we'll get to see just some of the other stuff. I'll probably start another voyage once this guy is done. Okay, we're back, and so one of my sailing, or my deals, or my sales, or whatever the hell we're calling them in here, finished, and I got 20 nautical coins, but then I checked these, and it turns out that I don't have a lot of good deals, at least test server wise, for me to work with here. So I have fate stones, which I'm not done with here, beast souls, and soul crystals. I'm actually not done with my collecting up soul crystals on the test server yet, so I really have to just wait. So I'm just gonna clear out all of these and reject them. So I'll just do a reject and wait 20 minutes on all of these. We're just gonna have to try again. Here we go. Alright, you guys, another failed attempt to get something that I can exchange for. So this is something you might not be able to use all 100 energy on this, just for the sheer fact that it's sort of hard to get things that you can give up. So all of the stuff that is here is currently marriage items, so I'm going to go ahead and reject them. More rose hazels, but I figured I would go ahead and record this just for the sake of showing you guys some of the different stuff that you can give up. So it's one of those things where, you know, when you're going through dimensions and you're not, you know, stretched for energy, you can pick these things up, you know, rose hazels and stuff. Even if you're married and you're completed, you have, you know, all like level 9 rings or whatever, you can still pick up this stuff so that you're able to use them in places like this. Alright, so things cool down again. There's one for insignias, which I think I'm going to go ahead and use. So I'm going to refresh this just so I can check the different prices. I know Cosmos had started a table full of the different things that you can exchange for and the different values. So if I refresh this, it should have a different quality, and it'll be a little bit easier for us to fill out the table. So I'm just going to refresh this real quick. So that's the uncommon, or the... this should be the common version. The white deal is 100 insignias. The uncommon one, or the green one, was 200. And so this one is, so the blue version is going to be 300, 400 for the epic one, and I'm sure a legendary would be 500. So that's something we can add to the blog. I was checking around, and it looks like Cosmos doesn't have that set of deals on there yet. And so I'm gonna go ahead and accept this one. It says that I have 0 insignias here, but I definitely have insignias, so this should work, I hope. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me upgrade the ship first. So, where do I go to do that? Oh, dock. So here's my first ship. I can go ahead and upgrade that. I do have some nautical coins from the first couple of ships that I used. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, upgrading. Oh, so the required time for an upgrade is 10 hours, so I probably can't use that ship until it's upgraded, so we'll just go ahead and use one of the other ones in the meantime. So let's see here, it's this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and accept. No, that won't work. No, that doesn't work. Okay. So 400 insignias and 20 energy to set sail. And okay, so that went ahead and worked. I don't know why it says 0 insignias here. It might just be that there are 0 in my bags, but of course the insignias are saved in whatever it is in the little profile page. And for the other ones, we have beads of influence. I definitely don't want that, so I'm gonna reject this one as well, and reject the definitely don't want to give up tenacity marks. Okay, so that's all there is to it, and so I'll go ahead and continue to check these until I can get a decent one. But immediately once these cool down, you get the nautical coins will go into your little storage here, and then you can start thinking about doing whatever with this. I'm wondering, I don't really know if it's worth it to upgrade the ships every single time, or like focus on upgrading the ships, because here, so the next level here for the ship is a reduced sailing time by 2 minutes, but you know, if I see in future levels that this is something like increased rewards, or you know, in particular increased nautical coins of any sort, if you use a higher level ship, that's better. Oh, okay, so we can preview everything. So here it's a reduced time by 2 minutes, by 6 minutes, 10, 14, 18, so only reduced minutes, 22, 26, and the really fancy one is by 30 minutes. So I actually don't think that upgrading these are that important. If you're one of those people that is, you know, totally fine with just setting something up and letting it go, then I don't think you're going to be bothered between the difference between like 30 minutes and an hour here. So I don't think I'm really, especially on the main servers, that I'm going to fuss over upgrading or leveling up these ships. I think eventually it's more important that you have maybe 2 or 3 ships that you can use around here, and then go ahead and use the nautical coins on the items up here. So I don't know if, you know, eventually maybe there's more places that you can go, because otherwise, why on earth do you need 5 ships here? Is it so that you can upgrade these guys and then use the other ones? It doesn't really make sense why you need 5 ships here. So I feel like something must happen around here that it gets fancier. So that's maybe why you need a fancier ship. I don't know, maybe... I'm trying to imagine, you know, if you have a higher level ship, then maybe things will open up and you can sail farther or whatever it is. But it doesn't look that complicated. As it is right now, it seems very simple in that regard, so I don't think it's that important to upgrade the ship. You can always save some of those nautical coins for upgrades if they're necessary in the future, but I think it's better to just go after these items. So that's all there is to Adventurous Voyage, at least for now, from what I can tell. And so we'll continue to have lots of info coming up on the patch. And thanks for watching, you guys. Take care, and have a very good day.